You know that feeling when you check your bank account and instead of immediately closing the app in horror, you actually smile, like when you stop calculating whether you can afford that coffee or if buying groceries means eating ramen for the rest of the week. There's a specific number where this shift happens, and it's not what most people think. Most financial gurus will tell you that you need $1 million to feel wealthy, or that 6 figures is the magic number. But here's the thing they're missing. There's a much smaller milestone that completely transforms your relationship with money. And once you hit it, everything changes. That number is $20,000. I spend way too much time thinking about money, financial psychology, and why some people seem to effortlessly build wealth, while others stay stuck in the same financial patterns for decades. If you're someone who wants to understand the real mechanics behind wealth building instead of just hoping things will magically improve, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it ends up helping you see money differently. Now, before we dive into why $20,000 is the real game changer, let me ask you something. When you think about building wealth, what comes to mind? Maybe you picture some trust fund kid who never had to worry about money. Or perhaps you imagine someone grinding away for years, slowly accumulating wealth $1 at a time. The truth is, wealth building doesn't work the way most people think. There are certain financial thresholds that act like invisible barriers. Once you cross them, the rules of the game completely change. $20,000 is the first major threshold that separates those who will build significant wealth from those who will spend their entire lives living paycheck to paycheck. And the crazy part, most people have no idea this threshold even exists. Think about it this way. If you've ever tried to push a heavy boulder up a hill, you know getting it started is the hardest part. You're straining, sweating, making very little progress. But once you build enough momentum, something magical happens. The boulder starts moving faster, and eventually when you reach the top, it rolls down the other side almost effortlessly. $20,000 is that turning point. But here's where it gets interesting. The difference isn't just mathematical. Your brain changes. When you don't have money saved, your brain goes into survival mode. Every financial decision is filtered through fear and scarcity. You take the first job offer. You stay in situations you hate. You say yes to things you don't want to do because you need the money. But when you cross that $20,000 threshold, your brain has space to think differently. Instead of how do I survive until next paycheck, you start asking, how can I grow this money? Research from Vanguard shows that having just $2,000 in emergency savings increases your financial well-being by 21%. When you push that to 3 to 6 months of living expenses around $20,000 for most people, you get another 13% boost. Let's talk math. If you save $1,000 a month at 8% returns, getting to the first $20,000 takes about 19 months. The second $20,000 takes 17 months. Same contribution, same effort, but less time because your money is now helping you. Once you hit $400,000, the next $20,000 takes 5 months. That's compound interest at work. This is why $20,000 feels like a turning point. Before that amount, 10% returns feel tiny. After that, they become meaningful. You can earn $1,600 a year from your $20,000 without lifting a finger. But the biggest thing you get isn't money, it's identity change. Saving that amount required discipline, consistency, and delayed gratification. You proved you can control your money instead of letting it control you. And then something else happens. You start seeing opportunities instead of threats. A broken car isn't a crisis anymore. A laptop dying isn't a disaster. And suddenly you can consider business investments, rental properties, conferences, career growth opportunities. Money gives you options. Options create opportunities. You also stop caring about small expenses. You focus on big decisions: housing, income, savings rate, and investment strategy. Here's another huge shift. Your career changes. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're trapped in your job. But with $20,000 saved, you gain walking away money. You can negotiate raises, push back on unreasonable demands, or look for better work. Just having savings changes how you behave, and people notice. But many people mess it up. They hit $20,000, feel good, and immediately blow it on a car, vacation, or house they can't afford. Don't do this. That $20,000 is not a reward. It's the foundation of your financial future.